But then my 86-year-old dad, nothing. My dad is so funny. He's like Marine Corps. I'm like, Dad, how'd you feel? He's like, I mean, it was a shot. I'm like, of course. It was like that. It was so different for everybody. Hey, Parker. But first of all, before I go, I want to say, Dana, you look great.
Oh,
I knew even before you said it that you'd lost weight. You look awesome. Rodney, your mustache is amazing.
100%.
Thank you.
Cocktail looked really good tonight. I'm gonna have to try that one.
It's really good. It's really simple. You can tell it's like
Yes.
a cool cocktail because it's like really simple, but
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that looked yummy.
quite delicious. Yeah.
Parker's your mama and daddy there?
Yes, they are.
Or are you
Rodney,
running the
can you
house?
post on Facebook or Insta
Yeah.
the link?
Yep.
But
Linda,
those
thanks for
kids-
joining
those
as always.
Kids are great. What beautiful children. What
I was
great
so
kids.
excited to have so many of these younger folks join tonight. This was fun.
But Dana, we need to get them to read the book if they haven't read the book.
Oh yeah, the book is
That book, I've read that so many times and it makes me cry every time. So I can't wait to see the show. I've got to figure out when I can go, but oh my
the
gosh.
whole thing with my stepson, it was that's it. Just killed me, every time.
And really so-called children's literature is usually way better. Well, not always, but it's as good or way better than adult literature because it's kind of like, think about it. Elementary school is the best time of your life because the way it's packaged is the way things should be packaged.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be good.
I definitely agree with you on like young adult fiction. Like, young adult fiction is written really well. Like they do a great job. They, the kids, when early in the show, the kids had me, read that Scythe book, and it's a really good. That was a really good book. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I didn't get so into it that I wanted to, to read the rest of the series, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't a great book. But I really enjoyed the Hunger Games stuff and the I read all of the Hunger Games, and I'm not a reader, and I think the reason why I like the young adult stuff is because I can, since it's written at a lower level, I can speed through it. Like it's something that I don't have to be too concerned about, reading. It's not like I'm reading, I don't know, some classic.
I mean, a lot of adult modern fiction tries too hard, and I think young fiction doesn't. I will say the exception to that was The Fault in Our Stars. That was an awful book. And all my students were like, this is the best book we've ever read. And I was like, then you need to read more books.
Yeah.
But I love The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games was great.
Yeah,
I
love The Hunger Games. And it's, it's great, like social commentary and stuff like that. And, stuff that you can actually, if you are a kid, then you can, it's something to talk about and bring up conversations, and I think that's good.
But stuff like Tuck Everlasting is literally just everlasting.
Yeah,
it's
a
just
classic. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So, have you read it recently, Linda?
Yes, I just reread it because I knew the show was coming up.
Yeah.
And it hit me very differently than
I imagine.
Yeah, I've read it 4 times, I guess now.
I read it last year, right whenever when we were first auditioning for the show. I checked it out from the library and read it, in like a week. There was some stuff that Cynthia was talking about that was in the book that's of course not in the stage play because you can put a lot in the book, but she said, and I don't remember this, that the man in yellow is actually a descendant of the Tucks, like descendant of the Miles side of the. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's my son.
Yeah, because I didn't catch that, I guess, from whenever.
Yeah, hopefully we're not doing spoiler alerts. Although this always happens. Like the other day in class, we were talking about Romeo and Juliet, even though I teach Spanish because the kids had to do it for English. And one of the kids was like, "Wait, don't say anything. Spoiler." I was like, "Okay, guys, when it's Shakespeare, you can't say spoiler alert." That was a long time ago. If you don't know what happened already at the end of Romeo and Juliet, like, I'm not making any apologies.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's kind of hard to hold back spoilers from something.
Or To Kill a Mockingbird. They're like, don't tell us the end. I'm like, guys, I think you can guess what's going to happen to him. How are you, Daniel?
I'm doing all right.
Thank you for being on the show. It was very enjoyable.
Well, thank you. It was a lot of fun. This is my first After Dark too, so this is fun.
Yeah, I won't last long. I'm so tired.
I probably won't either. I'm getting up and going to the theater for a couple hours in the morning. So
Yep, you guys got to do your perk stuff.
2 more hours, then I've got my quota.
Yeah, my guess, Daniel, is that unless you're into painting, then they'll probably primarily have you do cleaning up.
That's
stuff.
what I was planning on anyway. So
I love painting sets so much. So whenever Mark has been in a show at TTC, I always take his work days for him because I love painting sets. I just love it.
That's great.
I enjoy all that kind of stuff. I don't like being on the stage, but I love doing the little helpful stuff.
Yeah, I do I'm great with the roller and, cutting lines and stuff like that. But the whole like actual artistic side of, like painting trees and dry brush techniques and all that kind of stuff that they're doing.
I like all that stuff.
I just don't like, that's just not me.
I do not like heights though. And I was definitely getting anxiety ridden with you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, the scaffolding though is so much better than that stupid ladder. I hate that ladder.
Yeah. Well, do we not still have the big ledge up on top? Is that up there? The little catwalk? That's not up there?
No, I wish we did have a catwalk. It would make life so much easier.
Okay.
But yeah, we don't. Everybody
back
thinks
in the day we had something. I mean, I don't know. I used to spend so many hours up there. Me and I don't know if you guys know Sarah Miller. I don't know if everybody knows her, Sarah Emily
but
Miller.
She's been on this a few times.
She has, yeah. And we'd go up there and we'd forget to lock the door and we'd be up there like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, just playing our music, jamming and painting stuff. And then we'd hear somebody and it'd be like, go downstairs. I mean, like, good times.
Yeah. Well, and so was there actually people there, or was it just like the?
Oh yes. It was random people coming in to see what was happening. Because there for a while, I would say for almost probably 10 or 15 years, there were people that used to come when it was Manor East Mall.
Yeah.
Homeless people that would still like this was a place they could hang out, and they were harmless. They were just coming in to get out of the cold or whatever.
Yeah.
But still, it was kind of like, yeah, we probably should have locked the door.
A little unnerving, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that
Good
place
times,
will
though.
that place will play tricks on you a little bit too. Like you could think that you hear something, then you kind of
Yeah,
walk around.
for sure.
You're like, I guess there's nothing.
Well, now and everybody says it's Randy now. I'm like,
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start the show now.
woohoo! David!
Ronnie, do you need to step away?
I mean, I will in just a minute, but we'll get the show started and then I'll step
All
away.
right, intro starting now.
Fill your glasses up and sit your asses down. Coming to you live from their living rooms to yours, it's time for Dad's After Dark.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Dad's After Dark. I'm
Hello.
Rodney's here,
Howdy.
Daniel's here, David's here, Parker's here, Linda was here. She's kind of here, but she's not going to be here for long. Dobby got her second shot. She's not feeling so well. She's out. It's a small group tonight, but I hope other people join. Otherwise, we'll just have fun, us dudes tonight.
Yeah.
How's that sound? Great show. Parker and Daniel, thank you for joining. We're trying to get some folks from the Tuck cast and crew. We had Bacon talking a little bit. We had Catherine, of course, in the ensemble talking. And well, ensemble, she's everything. I don't want to just, you're just ensemble. She's everything. Yeah, we had the Winnies and everything. It was great. A great show. They bailed before I think they got the link, so we may not get them tonight. Did you post in?
I did.
It's in Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, I just posted on Facebook.
Hi,
so-
David.
Hey, Linda.
Oh, Linda's back.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang around for a little bit.
Good. It's your therapy. You keep saying that.
It is my therapy.
Did you have classes today, Linda?
No.
No, we didn't either. I didn't know. You know,
No,
some-
I had other stuff. Actually, today's the day that I actually sent, because I'm a wimp. I sent my principal and the head of HR, I sent my actual official, I will not be back after this year letter.
Hey, I was going to ask
So,
if your therapy
Yeah.
will be gone after this year.
I mean, it'll just be different.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
and have you already prepared them for this, or is this going to be a blindside? No, blindside.
No, they're going to be really upset.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to talk me out of it. But I'm not even going to bring up how unacceptable life has been as a teacher this year. That's going to be a moot point. It's going to be about my 85-year-old parents and taking care of them. And then, shh, secret, don't tell anybody, Parker, don't tell anybody. David, you need to know this, but don't tell anybody yet. I'm going to be a grandma.
I
Whoa!
thought that's what you were about to say. Nice.
And guess who it is, David? It's my
I was
youngest. It's my
gonna
baby.
say,
It's
yeah.
Evan. Yeah. So that's going to be my ace in the hole. They're going to be like, but you can't go. You need to do something. Like, no, I'm having a grandbaby. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal that
Well,
child and go all over the state and
Tell
Just
Evan to go on
country and, yeah.
operations when it's known to be official or whatever. I don't know if it's still.
it'll be soon. It'll be soon. They're coming tomorrow and we're going to talk and they're going to tell everybody, but yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Linda, in the show,
Time. Look at my gray hair.
we were asking everybody about what do you remember or what's your favorite moment of working with these other folks. Linda, you've got David and Daniel and Parker. Like, what are your memories of them, or kind of something that stands out from seeing them on stage?
Daniel is just a really hard worker, I feel like, and always creates a really intriguing character.
His characters are great.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Even if they no longer start with the letter M.
Not true, David. I'm understudying Miles.
Okay.
That's what he-
Yep.
So there you go. Yeah.
Weren't you in a show recently though? You weren't an M character because like over the first 6 or 7 shows, it was.
But we had Maurice, Marichek, Mr. Baskin, and then Matthew, and then Colonel Pickering. But I count it because it was My Fair Lady.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Well, and what was Colonel Pickering's first name? It's Michael, probably.
No.
He
I
has
don't
a
think
name.
so,
I don't
but
remember what it is.
I can't remember it either. I don't know.
Hugh
But with
Pickering.
David and I go really way back. Okay, David, can I tell my favorite memory? No, I have so many. There's so many. Can I tell a favorite
Since I
memory?
don't know what it is, it can't do me.
I'm gonna tell a memory of David on
If it's
stage.
embarrassing. I'll laugh at it anyway. That's fine.
Yes, it is embarrassing,
That's fine.
but okay, so improv at True. Do you remember this, David?
Okay. Yeah. When you said Schoolhouse Rock, I know
So-
exactly what it is.
No, this is improv
Oh.
at Brazos Valley
Oh,
True.
Improv. Okay.
And yes, doing an improv show. And do you remember the situation they gave you? It was news report. And they told him he was giving, I think, the weather report from Middle Earth. Do you remember this, David? But
Yes.
instead of hearing Middle Earth Tolkien, he heard the middle of Earth.
No, I didn't know Middle Earth was Tolkien. I literally do
Oh,
know that when they
so
say-
he
they
starts
said Little
going,
Earth,
he starts going, yeah, it's molten metal in here. And he's like naming the metals that are the part of the core of the earth. We're all going, what?
it's
what is
called
he
faking
doing?
it when you don't know what's going on.
But it was amazing. It was amazing. It actually made it better. We were like, he's doing Middle Earth. He's not doing Middle Earth. He's doing like Middle Earth.
He's
It was,
doing Middle Earth.
Middle of the earth.
it was
Because
so
I did not
cool.
realize that Middle Earth was Lord of the Rings at the time.
Yeah, it was awesome. He's the best. David is, he has seen me through a lot of, he's just the best. He really is. And his kids are the best. His family's the best. Yeah. We've been through a lot of stuff.
Yep. Hmm. Yeah,
What
my
about
kids
Parker?
love you and everything too. So yeah, go
I
on.
mean, Parker's just a joy. My favorite thing is how he puts up with adults.
He's a glutton for punishment too, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's just kind of watches and goes, oh, adults, they're so crazy. But you know what, Parker, one day you're going to be a crazy adult.
Dana, I have something to tell you really quick.
Oh, great.
Uh-oh. I
What's
hope it's
that?
about clowns.
Oh crap! He's getting
Uh,
up from the
Yeah. going to get a prop.
I'm scared.
I heard I'm sorry off in the distance.
Uh-huh.
It's a music box.
Oh my god!
It's like a clown cat.
Doll cat music box.
Doll cat.
It's a music box too, which means that crap haunts your dreams. Like no,
What song does it
No,
play?
you know what?
It also moves. It plays It's a Small World.
Oh god!
Yeah, when you go to
That's
Disney,
what it's
Dana.
playing.
Ugh.
Remember that when it go to Disney again.
Oh yeah. So I did It's a Small World one time, and I've been to Disney like 3 times in the last 4 years. And that it was the first time I'm like, I gotta do it. I know it's got puppets and stuff, but I gotta do it. This was Dana the whole time. Like freaked me out, man. Like Pirates didn't freak me out. It's the same. It's animatronics. It's the same thing. It's just not as creepy as It's a Small World, man.
So Dana,
Yeah.
you didn't make it
Seen
into
the
the
show
Small
that-
World because you were always at Ariel's Grotto.
Well, so last time I went, her grotto was closed, and I don't even know what to do. I think I was actually there on the Friday that was Diva Dad's, and I sent you guys a picture of the grotto, like the mermaid in front of the grotto, and all sad
Yes.
because I couldn't go see her. But
It's terrible.
there's always tomorrow. I mean, that's Cinderella, I think, or no,
That's Annie.
Snow White.
That's Danny.
You were
No,
singing.
Annie
Annie.
is tomorrow, but there's always tomorrow is either Cinderella or Snow White.
Mm.
Dana, want to see my shirt? I swear it doesn't have clowns on it.
As
Pinky
long as there's no
promise.
clowns or porcelain dolls, we're good. Or spiders. Where's he going? Oh, Stranger Things. Oh, the Upside Down. Yeah. I love that show. That's a great show. I like how it's all like 32-bit or 8-bit, sorry, characters. That's cool. Oh my gosh. So do y'all watch Stranger Things?
I've
Yeah,
never
but I'm
seen-
behind a season.
Never
or
seen
two.
an episode.
Oh my gosh. So there's a part in that show where one of the guys and his girlfriend who live across whatever, they're on the phone and they sing the Never Ending Story song. And I lost, and it was fantastic. Like it just for that, get through the seasons to get
No,
to
that's
this,
just,
because
so that's as bad as clowns.
Yeah.
Never Ending Story.
That dog thing?
Yeah, the
that
dog
flies through the
flying
sky?
dog thing.
The luck
Yeah.
dragon. Yeah.
No, Dana, that's as bad as clowns. What are you talking about?
That's pretty bizarre.
Like,
I don't
it's like,
know who
no.
thought. Who thought the luck dragon was a good idea? That was
Funny fact on the Stranger Things, that third season, the guy who plays the mayor in the town, Carrie Ellis.
there. We go.
Yes.
It was Carrie Ellis played the
Yes,
mayor.
and I remember watching that going, he didn't age so well. Like, something happened, like a corner was turned and it all went downhill. And then I started thinking about my own life and what's going to
Yeah.
happen when I
Yeah.
turn that corner.
Mhm.
Wait, aren't you about to be 45, sir?
Yes, I am. In just a few days. Next weekend. No,
Uh-huh.
not next weekend. The weekend after next.
Next weekend after next. Yeah.
Yeah, middle weekend of the show.
Hey, that's
45
right.
is
We
a
have a
terrible
party.
age.
Party. There needs to be a party.
And it's my half birthday today too.
Nice.
Happy
No, I
half
just want
birthday.
everybody to come to the
18 and a
show
half.
for my birthday.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
we could do that. We
Yeah.
could do that. We come. Well, so wait, what day is your birthday, Rodney?
April 17th.
Oh, my twins is the 18th, April 18th.
Don't we have a show that night?
Yep. Two
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
It's a two doche.
two
Well, it's a
dose
shame we
so-
can't have a cast
My
party.
anniversary is next Thursday.
You have an
Your
anniversary.
anniversary's Thursday?
Anniversary.
Whose? Yours? I didn't know you were
Yeah.
married.
Type,
Who-
no, type 1 diabetes.
Diabetic anniversary. Got you.
For living.
Anniversary. Okay.
Is that a Dexcom? What is that?
It's a Dexcom, yes.
Yeah.
With the needle, 2 needles are in needles in my arm and one's on my leg.
I gotta tell you, Parker, you're you know, what having type 1 is a difficult thing. Like, you know,
That's because
But-
I can't have sugar unless I need it.
yeah. So,
Oh wait, yes,
But-
unless I don't.
but I gotta tell you, having type 1 in this day and age where Dexcom is actually a thing is a huge benefit.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad to see that you have a Dexcom. That's amazing. That's a game changer for those people that have dealt with type 1 for the majority of their life. So that's awesome. So my stepson, he was type 1 and he had to, he actually got on and did a whole thing for Dexcom, like an ad type thing, a testimony about how it changed his life. Just, it's amazing. I'm so glad you got on that.
Danny, to give you an idea, like you said, Dexcom hasn't been around all that long.
No.
Because I certainly did not have one when Linda Van Dixon was my teacher.
Mm.
So she got to deal with me without that
Oh, highs and lows, man.
time of just testing blood sugars, guessing, somewhat relying on fantastic teachers to kind of know the signs of when I was, we can look on our phones from anywhere and see what Parker's blood sugar is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
my-
like,
But you
you're
were-
gonna be
you
every
were-
now and then at the theater.
You were
Yeah.
a good self-advocate, but think about all the kids that are not aware and that had to go through that and had no help and no support. You know,
Yes,
that's
definitely.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
my
that's
first
big.
experience with type 1 was a girlfriend I had in college for like 2.5 years, and she was type 1. I know she's not watching the show. She doesn't like me anymore. But I learned so much in those 2.5 years about just everything about type 1 that whenever my first wife, I don't like saying my first wife because then it's like I'm gonna have a third, fourth, and fifth. I'm not, but my first wife, who bore my children, she was type 1, and I had already learned so much. And then I'm married to someone that is type 1 and working through those things. And then when I married Charla, her son Corey was type 1, and I'm down. I know what to expect. I know whenever I check the tracker at 1 a.m. and his car's been parked for however long, I need to go check on it. Like, there's just these sorts of things that you learn that are just part of your life. And as much as I miss Corey without getting emotional, I mentioned that Tuck Everlasting is like his favorite, story. And I actually the other day had to do some work on his website. If you go to thecorydaniels.com, you will see our living memorial to him. He had passed away, but just he lived his life as if tomorrow was not going to come. And I think that there are certain things that once you come to grips with, whether you're type 1 or cancer or things that are gonna be a part of your life, you make decisions and do things a little bit differently. And I think he did it differently in the good way. When we had our memorial service for him, there were over 300 people at a memorial service for a 31-year-old guy. I mean, that's insane. And the funeral, we had about 150 attend, but then an extra 300 plus people at the memorial. So to know that an individual has that much touch on other people and impact on other people, when I see Parker, I see someone that is doing the things he wants to do with his life and doesn't let the diabetes be in the way of that as much as he can. And I think that's admirable. I think that's how we all should take a page from that and live our lives in that manner, because I mean, yeah, you only got one. And so if you might as well make it count. Parker being in you played some hockey, you figure skating, acting and singing, and it's just do it, man. Like why not live the life that you feel like you were meant to live? And I think for those of us that don't have things that make us think in that way, it's detrimental to us, because we find ourselves in positions where we just go day to day and just whatever, whereas you're living every day as if it's the fullest, and I appreciate that about you and the example that you set with that, Parker.
Thank you.
Not to get too deep here on Dad's Odegaard, but yeah.
I have to go get sugar because I'm low now.
Okay.
So-
I done wore you out with all my talking. You're like my kid. Like, just, okay, Dad, I got you. I'm hungry now. Yeah. How's Mark doing, Linda? Got a big weekend this weekend, yeah?
He's good. He just got back from the movies. He went to see, I already forgot the name of it. He went to see a movie that I didn't want to see. Whatever's out now, I don't know. He's good. Yeah. But we're waiting. Our son and his wife are going to come in tomorrow, and then we're going to do the sunrise service at church, sing our songs and stuff. Easter's my favorite.
Man, I gotta tell you, Christmas is a very close second,
here,
but
sweetie.
Easter, oh
yeah, no. What was the name of the movie? He'll come tell you. I already forgot the name of it.
Hi, who's there?
hey, we got David and the Greers and
Rodney's
Daniel
watching.
Hill, Rodney,
Hey.
myself.
No, Adrian?
She got her second shot
Oh.
today and
In a
not,
minute.
or yesterday. and
Okay, I'm
not
sorry.
feeling so great.
Good shot.
I'm behind them. Yeah, I went to see Nobody.
And
What?
and
Wants
Oh,
to know
yeah,
how-
Oh, I
what
loved
did
it.
you go to- what did you go see with nobody?
no.
He's gonna do
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
He's
a
on
running
first.
joke.
He's
Yeah.
on first, yeah. You want to see nobody, yeah.
I like Bob Odenkirk a lot, so I wanted to see it.
Who?
Bob Odenkirk.
I know.
Better Call Saul.
I know.
Breaking
I'm
Bad.
just being funny. I'm being funny.
Wait, what? He's in that? Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you.
No clue. I know that
I
about
see-
the
I saw
horse.
that trailer.
Ex-CIA.
Does he just go off and just destroy people?
Yeah, basically he's tried to tried to walk away from the life for 15, 16 years, and then something snaps in him, and his dad is played by Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, no
And Christo-
way.
And Christopher Lloyd, spoiler alert, turns out to be a total badass with a gun.
Yay!
It's hysterical.
It was all that time traveling. He had time to practice.
It was all that time traveling. Yeah.
No, it was all the time in the taxi. That was what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that's pulling it out there.
Reverend Jim. Reverend Jim can handle a peacemaker. Who knew?
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd's one of my
I
favorites.
picked Diva Dads over this movie. I don't know.
I appreciate that. Well, and we had a great episode tonight. I ain't gonna
We
lie.
did. It was really good.
Daniel,
Sorry, I missed
that
it.
was great.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm gonna have to go back and catch all of it because, I mean, our church cantata was tonight, and so I thought, well,
Oh,
yeah,
Nice.
I'll go. I'll definitely watch that because I mean, there's no way there's going to be Diva Dads tonight because they open next week. They're bound to be having rehearsals.
Yeah,
That's what I was
we
thinking, too.
actually had because it's Good Friday.
Yeah, I
some
realized
people
when
were
I
off
took
work.
Taylor on, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and so we did we had a work day, a lot of light work. Oh, the lights. We pulled down. I don't even know how many we pulled down. I say we. Dustin pulled down. I pulled down like 2. Dustin pulled down the rest. Got them all patched up, fixed up, and reinstalling. I think today, Rodney, you were putting up all those lights. Like it, we're gonna have the best lights. This
The
side
light
of the
was
Rio
good.
brand.
Really heavy?
Yeah.
The light work was fairly heavy.
Oh, David.
Some of them were very heavy. Yes.
Oh, those long like canisters are freaking heavy to try to. Yeah,
Spots.
but I didn't have that second platform.
Yeah.
I was on the ladder side of and I was like, okay, I'm done. I actually you weren't there that night, were you?
No.
I banged my head on another light and the gel fell off and the metal hit the ground and
Ooh.
everyone was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "No, I'm fine." And I was like, "Beth, I can't do this crap no more. Like that's scary.
No.
Like I'm done. I can't do
Yeah.
this."
You're done. You're fired.
It's 20 feet up in the air. You said 18, but it's higher than that where the
Mhm.
stuff is.
yeah, I'm sure.
Rodney, you trust the
the-
scaffolding, but I was kind of laughing because you're trusting the scaffolding that Parker helped you build. You're a brave man.
Yeah, well, that scaffolding is, it's that the thing is we take it apart, whenever we're done. So it comes all the way down and goes all the way up. And if you think about it in the pieces that it is, it can be a little bit. It can be some. We put a lot of trust in those fences and gates. And they're so wiggly, but
Mm.
Is the scaffolding part of the set, or is this stuff you have built?
No,
to
that's so
work
they
on
can
stuff on the
do
show.
this.
yeah, we're just using the scaffolding to hang all
Okay.
of the basically all
All the
the lights
grills
and
and things.
stuff. We didn't the panels. Zach hung the panels with the
Orange
no,
ladder,
we
right?
used the scaffolding.
Yeah. What was
He didn't-
one of the kids shows? They did a big. They had these giant, the giant things. I'm trying to remember. Was that 2 years ago,
It
or
was-
was that?
Yeah, it was
Matilda had the swings.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
with Matilda we used we actually bought the scaffolding for Matilda. I had to lobby the board at the time to get us to sign off on buying the scaffolding because it was going to put the set budget above. It was going to bust the set budget.
Now you're justifying it by continuing to reuse it for all these other.
Just so you know, Rodney, because that was pre you on the board.
Yeah.
I was 100% all in because I had been on that big old orange ladder and knew if they were stackable, we should be able to do a whole lot more, a lot
Yeah.
safer.
And we can, because the great thing about not only is the scaffolding, you have more foot space to like walk around, so you feel better about it, but you don't have to set a light and then go down the ladder and move the ladder and then go back up the ladder and set
So
another
there's
ladder.
not just that little tiny ledge that there was.
No, there's not a
It's gone, right?
there's not a catwalk anymore. I don't know.
That's gone.
I guess so.
Man.
I've been
I remember it being taken down, but I don't remember when.
I mean, we did everything up on that tiny little narrow You'd go up the big ladder, you get on that tiny catwalk.
Yep.
And you did everything from up there.
Yeah, we don't have it
That's
anymore.
gone. Okay.
I kind of wish that we had some kind of catwalk, but I guess it's got in the way or something, so they pulled it.
Now, I mean, it was there for Rock of Ages because I was up there. If you when
Yeah.
I died, I was up there. But I'm trying to think
Yeah,
of what
that's
show.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no longer up there.
But whenever you move from one spot to another, you just kind of get a base, and people down at the bottom just push it because it's got casters on it, and so we're able to do a lot more in a shorter amount of time. So the scaffolding is great.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's
Putting
good.
it I don't think that I build it correctly because I build it while I'm on it. I put the next
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, okay.
that's a little nerve wracking because you're putting up the stuff that you're going to be standing on or leaning against or whatever, and so at the time you don't have anything to stand
Yeah.
on or lean against or whatever, and so yeah, it's a little nerve wracking to put it up, and I'm sure taking it down will also be a little challenging. And I don't know, right now we can put it in the wing, like it's hidden pretty well in the wings and it doesn't get too much in the way, but I still think that before the show gets run, they'll Adrian
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll
probably
take it all down. Yeah,
Not
I'm
really
sharing
on
that. If you
construction
have
of
the
it.
ability to see what I'm sharing on the screen, at the very top above Zach is another platform that was not there here when Zach was on it, but they've added that. Was that today you guys added that?
Yeah, and I raised that level up about, I don't know, a foot or foot and a half, something like that, because you can raise it up. So there was actually, whenever I was working on front lights, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to stand doing this. I'm going to have to sit on the platform to do, because the middle lights in the middle of the stage are a lot higher than the lights at the front of the stage. So, but
I gotta tell you,
cool.
standing
It's
on
good.
that working is way better than that orange ladder.
so much better.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
And that orange ladder is such a pain, not only just to stand on that little, it's just, I don't know, it's like what, 6-10 inches, whatever, however long, however big, and it's narrow. And so, and you don't have anything to hold on to once you get up there at the top, other than maybe the rail system. And that's nerve wracacking. So
Yeah, so I was up there last night I'd gotten up there, right? No, time
I
before.
remember getting up there last night, but
And I climbed up the ladder side and I reached up and grabbed the trellis, one of the trellises that the lights are on, and was trying to use a wrench, while holding onto the trellis. And all of a sudden the trellis shifted. And that's when I hit my head on the other light and the whatever. And that's when I was like, I'm out. I'm tapping. I can't. It just, you're older, you get these I could die. When you're 16, you're like, I'm not gonna die, I'm good. But when you're older, you don't take those kind of risks. So
yeah, Nathan today said, he was like, I've heard that a fall from 10 feet is the same as a fall from 100 feet, so it doesn't matter. I was like, yeah, you're 20.
yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would have
All is
the
the
same
same.
effect on me.
The landing that's different.
Yeah.
No, Rodney, because Bumbles bounce.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
Bye,
Thank you, Linda. Love
Love
you.
y'all.
Bye.
We'll talk
Bye.
soon. I can't wait to see the show.
Let me
Really,
say hi.
I'm so excited about this show.
It's gonna be great.
It
be
is,
awesome.
It is. I said there's always tomorrow is from Snow White. I was way off. I found it though. I know I lost 26 pounds, but these robin eggs that are like Whoppers are just crack. Sorry. All right. Here is
What show
There's
is it?
Always Tomorrow.
There's always tomorrow.
right. That's right.
Dreams to come true.
There you go. So I was way off. It was not Disney.
Not even. Well, Disney probably owns it now. They own everything else.
That is true. It was Rudolph. And I noticed Daniel going, oh, yep, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as it started playing, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so long since I've seen that.
It's
been a very long time.
Yeah.
I actually
haven't
saw
gotten to
a
this part of the-
countdown for Christmas at, however many days, and I got excited.
I haven't seen this part of the show yet tonight, so you probably addressed this in the show. But Daniel, what role are you playing here in Tuck?
So I am understudying Miles and Constable Joe,
Okay,
and then I'm in the ensemble.
got it.
He ain't doing nothing.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm totally bored this show.
We have a lot of cross understudy stuff because of potential COVID impact.
Are y'all doing the same as the kids, where it's like y'all will fill in it? We'll pull it on some of the shows, or you just
No, just Jaden and Kate are switching off show to show for Winnie.
right? Okay.
Parker's the Toad. I don't know that Parker has an understudy, so Parker, you're the Toad and don't get sick. So
No.
Or
um,
gets sick, we have to go find a real Toad.
and Rodney, you're actually you're in the ensemble, but you're understudy for which part?
The Man in Yellow.
Man in Yellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be Constable Joe, but understudying for Angus. And I was very clear that if I have to do Constable Joe and you're only telling me 5 weeks before the show, there's no way I could learn Angus also. I'm doing good just to try to learn Constable Joe, as any of these people can attest to.
Hey, you're doing a good job though.
Well, we'll get there. I appreciate that.
That would have been the role I would have gone for if I had auditioned, but
Constable Joe,
yeah.
he's fun. They wanted me to have a handlebar, but come on. I know I'm 45, but I can't grow the facial hair in a month that this guy can do, Rodney. So I said, you'll get what you get. I'm thinking like, cutting this and just having that long Fu Manchu or something. I don't know. Something. I gotta feel
You
like
don't have to get one of those mustaches that you'd use the spirit gum with. I had to do that for Assassins, and it was not pleasant.
So I got one for Dr. Scott, the first year I played Dr. Scott. And I put it on and everything. And I was like, no, because I actually have a mustache, and putting all that sticky on top of it was bad. And they were like, well, just shave it off. No, I did that for Mamma Mia, and I'm not going to do that again. Yes, Diva point that. I've already shaved it, and I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah, and I couldn't grow this mustache in a month. There's no way.
No? Yeah, so who was it? Shannon.
Oh, I love that. It's great.
Awesome.
What was that from?
That was from his figure skating duet he did for Sonny and Cher.
Oh,
That was
awesome.
funny.
Did you do I Got You, Babe?
Of course.
I got you, babe.
Awesome.
Parker doesn't ski, does he?
Oh, yeah.
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Nobody
Well,
else.
now my
Nobody
brother-
else gets the reference, but anyway.
Yeah, fortunately not. We warned him about that. Like,
Yeah.
you're in this costume, don't even talk about skiing.
Okay, yeah.
It would not end well for you.
No.
Here they are, actually.
Love
Yeah,
it.
I think I liked that video.
That's brilliant.
Awesome.
So, Daniel, what's your Dana mentioned your Twitch account. What do you do on Twitch?
Oh, so yeah. Primarily I switch between music and games. So right now I've been playing a lot of Dr. Mario. And then for music I play guitar, piano, and sing cover songs.
Nice. Is Dr.
You've been
Mario
brave enough to do some Oculus streaming yet?
I actually did one last week. I experimented with Glyph, which was interesting, but we got through it. But my Oculus will only last like 2 hours, on battery, even plugged in. I guess my USB just doesn't give enough power to power it, but which is fine. 2 hours with a headset on is probably enough anyway.
Amen. I did try one of the new songs from the new pack in Beat Saber.
Oh my gosh, they're so
And
hard.
it's like I was winded after 4 minutes or whatever it was. I thought I was gonna die.
What do you
from a
play on
arm
usually? What
What do I
difficulty?
what? I start with normal and then do a hard right
Mm.
immediately after. Once I know the tune, doesn't help. Not on those. Those are freaking insane. The stuff that they're having you do. Beat Saber is where it's at, folks. I mean, my
Is that with
God.
the lightsabers thing that you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so good.
I play until I can't lift my arms, and it's just, you know. But I've also got like Top Golf. I play some Top Golf, and of course the Star Wars games. Charlotte and I played Beat Saber together the other night because she has her own Oculus now. First world problems, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know that I could ever go to a console after doing this ever again. Like, it's so immersive and incredible. Like, and not just games. I mean, just hanging out with folks in chat rooms or whatever. Like, you're watching. Like, I went to this one room where it was 80s hits or something, and I went in, and some dude's got virtual desktop, and he's rolling some 80s tunes off of his virtual desktop, and just, he's British, so he's talking like this, and he's telling us a joke about, you see this girl and this man and this blah blah blah, and everyone's just gathered around him listening to this stupid joke, and we all laugh. And then he looks at my name and he's like, oh, and I'm not going to say my name because Parker's here, but oh yeah, I forgot, Daniel knows what
I know what it is. Yeah.
so
So
but
coming
yeah,
up-
it's cool, like, just to hang out and you know, especially in the time of where we're at in pandemic, like being able to not just the social aspect of our life. We're human, we're social creatures, and not being able to have that and being able to discover that in virtual world with the Oculus was pretty sick. I enjoyed it. So, if you have the means, you should get at least one. I don't recommend getting two. It's a little excessive.
Is it does it just run on PC? Does it run on Xbox? What is it?
So the Oculus Quest 2, which is what I have, runs like independent. So you don't have to have any sort of you know, PC or anything. You just play it. And you can hook it up like through a Stream account. You can download games and connect through Stream VR, Oculus VR on your PC. Also, you can play games and do stuff through a cable, a link called Link Cable. That's like USB 3 going from your device to your computer. So yeah, there's several different options. Majority of the time, I just use it wirelessly, and it's its own inclusive thing. I have actually, Daniel and I were talking the other night about, I think it was last night, Star Wars Squadrons, which where you're in a TIE fighter or a X-wing or whatever, and that game I played plenty of when it came out, just on my PC, and then I tried it in VR because it's VR capable. And when you're sitting in a cockpit of like an X-wing, and you can look all the way around you and follow the TIE fighters, like while you're playing. After about 20 minutes, I thought I was gonna throw up. Like, it's that immersive and real. I was like, I can't play anymore. I need a break.
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
Even just playing Beat Saber, after I go a while, I forget that I'm like in the headset.
Bye, Parker. Bye, Scott.
Yeah, I experienced that in the Vader Immortal series, where I'm just like, I think I'm gonna fall off the edge of the cliff into the lava on Mustafar. Like, I'm like, whoa! And I'm like, Dana, You're in your living room, dude. Like, what the heck's wrong with you? Yeah, it's crazy how that really does mess with your mind. Those roller coasters, did you download the coasters, free coasters?
I haven't yet. I need to.
That's fun. It's interesting. Rodney, I'm surprised you're doing so well after that yesterday, man. You looked worse for wear.
Mm-hmm.
I was really bad, but I was just thinking that I was like, I probably need to sign off just because it wouldn't hurt me to get some sleep tonight. But yeah, it hit me really hard yesterday, but today, for the most part, especially whenever I was moving up at the theater, or I don't know, just kind of I did a lot of tooling around town, but yeah, it really I struggle whenever I'm still for too long. So it helped that I went to rehearsal. I think if I didn't go to rehearsal on Friday, I would have been probably in worse shape. Because even though I would have gotten sleep, I wouldn't have kind of worked it out. You know what I mean? Like, I think
You wouldn't have anything else to do but be miserable.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So I would have just kept going down that miserable hole, and yeah, I'd probably still be in bad shape. But yeah, I felt I know Dobson has it bad. Like, she's spiked fever a couple of times, and so and I know anytime I have fever, I feel awful. So but hopefully she's on the backside of it.
Yeah.
Only has a few.
Yeah, because she doesn't have an understudy, I'm fairly sure.
No. Although she's almost done with the directing piece of it all, right? I mean,
Yeah, but I will say that, I mean, Hannah and Carrie both have great, like, they're great about giving notes and stuff, you know, even though they're not directing they're directing their piece of it, but they have direction whenever it comes to acting and to, you know, how things should work or whatever. Like, even Carrie last night, she was saying, she's like, there's something about the blocking of one of the scenes, and I wasn't in it, and I was halfway out of it anyway, just in general. But, you know, they all kind of have their points. It's something that has been a little bit challenging for me, coming from nothing and then being in the theater, and sometimes I'm like, why do you have an opinion? So I have to kind of fight that a lot of times. Like, you know, yeah, they do have, because they are kind of they are a director. They have director next to their name. They may not be directing the show, but they have that. And that would be tough for me if I were to ever step into a directing role. Like, don't talk to my cast. This is not choreography.
I got frustrated. I don't know if you were there or not, but during this, when she's like, I need more volume, I'm like, I'm singing through a mask. I got all mad because I'm singing. I don't know what you want. Okay, first of all, I'm bass, and it ain't like you can hear that crap anyways when there's only two of us, maybe three. I think Miles Benjamin is bass also. So you can barely hear us anyway. I'm naturally baritone to tenor, so I'm like, you can't even hear me anyway. I'm singing through a mask, Carrie. Like, I got so mad, and she just looked at, and I was like, I know that look. I don't care who gives you that look. You know the look, and I shut up. But I do appreciate her expertise. Parker, I know, dropped off, and we had mentioned that in the show that, you know, Carrie had given him some singing lessons and whatnot. So I respect what she has to say. Don't get me wrong. Carrie, I know you catch us from time to time. I'm not saying anything bad here. It was just a frustration of, I'm giving you all I got through this mask. But I know that we will have to make some decisions about masks and principals, but also ensemble, because we do need to hear the voice and not be muffled as much as possible. We're not the 40 strong cast that we were a year ago. We're like almost 20, if not maybe 20, that we're like cutting half of what we had a year ago. And Rodney, you went to the to the rehearsal that was outside with the partner in crime and all that stuff. And there were like, 10, 15 people there just for that. And that wasn't even everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
Oh, you were at that too, Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I didn't go there because I had caught a cough and some drainage, and I was like, shit, I don't want to get COVID. Like, I don't want to spread it to somebody if I have COVID. And so I hung back and didn't go. But just having to do with what we have in this time, I think this show is going to, like, any expectations you have of half a cast and all that, we're just, but David, you've been a part of these shows, even small, and the amount of talent and voices that we have involved with the TTC community it's insane. And we have new people like dancing and singing, like Bonnie. God, I wish we could have Bonnie on the show tonight. We'll have to get her on at some point because she's phenomenal. You'll be blown away by her dancing, and then I've heard her sing while we're rehearsing, and she's amazing at that as well. So I'm glad to have her talents added to TTC. So, well, we're at the 55-minute mark, so we probably will go ahead and just kill the show at this point. Not a lot happening. It's First Friday. I know a lot of folks that usually join are probably downtown with the relaxed guidelines and whatnot. So, but we thank everybody for watching. And if you watch later on, just go to TTC or theater, RE, not ER, company.com and look us up for tickets for Tuck. We're running the show April 9th through the 25th, all 3 of those weekends, 12 shows. So thank you all for joining. Daniel, again, it was a pleasure having you in the show, and glad we got you in the show before you took off.
Absolutely.
And David joining, of course, after dark, and I know you'll enjoy the show. So everybody, good night. So long. We won't see you for a couple of weeks because we're going to be very busy putting up this show.
Want to see these guys go to the theater?
Yes, you want to see us go to the theater, except for Mike, but you never see Mike anyway, so what does it matter? Thank you all. We'll see you.